I'm going to show you why putting your vision board onto a practical 3D item is going to help you to reinforce your vision. Then I'll tell you briefly about print on demand and how it works. I'll show you what's possible, and then I'm going to show you how. And finally, I'm going to show you how you can learn to do all this and more for free. So why put your vision board onto a product in the first place? Well, I love the vision board principle. I'm a big fan of putting your goals, plans, and desires into picture form. But when I did it, I created a big picture that I put on my wall and I walked past it time and time again without even glancing at it. And after the first few days of it being there, I didn't notice it again until the day that I got too close to it and knocked it off its hook. So how can we turn it into something we're really going to see, take notice of? Well, how about something super practical like a mug? So with a mug, we're touching it, we're using it, we're filling it, we're drinking from it. It sits there in front of us, and then eventually we wash it up and do the whole cycle again. And there are other things we could put our vision onto too, like this desk mat. Look at that. How could I not see that, right? So how do you get your images onto the goodies? Well, this is where what I do comes in, because I'm Jo Wildsmith and I am a pod addict. Pod, P-O-D, it's print on demand, and this is how it works. So imagine you're this lady here, top left on the screen. You upload the image, and we're going to create that in Canva in just a moment, and it becomes a listing on the print on demand platform. You purchase it. Now, obviously, a customer would purchase it normally, but because we're doing this for our vision board, it's going to be you doing the buying. So you purchase it, and then you can remove the listing if you want to, because let's face it, these vision board products are really just for us, aren't they? The platform receives the order, picks the product off their shelves, and starts printing it. And then the finished product is dispatched directly to you, or in pure print on demand, it would go straight to the customer because we don't have to do any of that stuff, the printing stuff. And because this print on demand principle is something we can do to sell our products all over the world. So say, for example, you decide to upload pictures of cats or witty slogans or something. When those products sell, you receive royalties. Let me just say that again. Today, I'm showing you how you can use print on demand to make something just for you, with your vision board images on it. But once you know the principles, once you know how to do it, you can turn this into something bigger, an actual income stream in its own right. You can come up with a design, upload it onto all these products, and then they go on sale on the platform. And when a sale's made, you earn your royalty without doing any printing yourself, buying stock, or anything. Anyway, let's look at this one I've come up with here. Let's head into Canva, and I'm going to create my design in 2 sizes. Bear with me here. If you know that absolutely definitely the only product that you want your vision board design on is a mug, then just do the first. But I heartily recommend both. You're going to see why. So the first one we're going to do, go to create a design, custom size. Make sure your units are in px, pixels, otherwise change them to pixels. 2700 2700 width by 1120 height. Click create a new design and you get this. A big, long, wide rectangle. So what I want you to imagine is that this is wrapped around a mug. So this is your canvas, this is your print area that you can cover with all of your images. Now use Canva's elements to start adding pictures. So for example, you put a holiday in here, and if I'm going to use a photo, it's American, so we get Christmas holidays. Let's have Oh, look at that. I like the look of that one. So I'm going to put that in there. And you can see that one too. Pop that down here. So you can see how you start to build your vision board. Now, if you've already got a vision board that you are very happy with, just recreate that on here. If you have uploads, if you want to upload any photos or things like that, stick that one on there because I want to do more of this sort of thing. So that's what you do. You go and you create them. And in true TV style fashion, I will show you one that I prepared earlier rather than making you sit through watching me do this. So here's one I created earlier, just a sample of things that you could put on there. As you can see with this one over here, I've overlaid it. So I might want to overlay some of my images. I might want to make some of them, for example, I might decide to make some of them at an angle, make them look a bit more fun, and obviously move them around backwards and forwards and whatnot. Come up with something that is really striking and that I really like. So I'm going to save it, and I need to save it. Click download, and I want to save it as a PNG file. You don't need to worry about a transparent background for this because you've covered the whole area. And there we go. Now, if you did want, for example, this area behind the hat here in a different color, because that is just basically the background, then you can either change it like this, or you could save it as having a transparent background and add the color in later. A little word here about trademarked images. If the one thing that you absolutely have to have and you want to have on your vision board is a Louis Vuitton handbag, a Ferrari, or anything like that, you've got to be really careful about using their logos, etc. If you've got any doubts or concerns, use a generic image of it. So not a Louis Vuitton, but a brown bag in the same shape and style. You want a pictorial representation of it, that's all. I say that because these things are trademarked. So go ahead, fill all the space, overlay bits, make it really appealing to you. You're the one who's going to be using it. Make sure your images are crisp and clear. A fuzzy image here is going to become a fuzzy image on your mug. Right, so let's do the second one. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to go to resize, custom size again, and change it to pixels if we need to. We shouldn't need to by this point, and type in 5000 by 5000. Let's do it. Size, custom size. Obviously I've got it there, but let me just type it in to show you. And then copy it and resize. Just let it do its thing. And I'm going to open that one. And here we are. Now, obviously, we've got a long panel here, and I want it to now cover the square. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rejig things, move them about. There we are. Now I've covered that whole square, all of that canvas area. And again, I'm going to share it as a PNG. So there we are. So far, so good. We've got our designs ready. So now I'm going to go into Redbubble, one of the most popular print-on-demand platforms in the world, and upload the image. I'm going to use one of my existing Redbubble accounts, and then I'll tell you afterwards how you can find out how to set up your own. I've also got lots of videos on my Jo Wildsmith YouTube channel to help guide you. So I'm going to upload my square image first, as it works for the majority of the products on Redbubble. If you only did the first size though, the horizontal one, upload that here instead. So you simply click Upload New Work and select your file. And there it is uploading. Now we're going to need to type in a title, tags and description purely because we're loading it onto the Redbubble system. So I'm just going to put something quick. And as you can see, it has loaded on all of these products. Here, if we tick disabled, it becomes enabled and it goes into a brighter color. Let's just scroll through here. And as you glance through and scroll through, you'll see that there are lots of items on here, and any that you want to tweak, you would do so like this. So when you click edit, it will bring up all the information and you can play around with the scale, even create a pattern from them if you really wanted to. Might be a bit silly on a phone case, but you can. Oh my goodness. I have so much to share with you about Redbubble. It's just wonderful. But for now, we're going to concentrate on just two. I'm going to show you the pillows and totes because this works really brilliantly with the square. And can you see how the square sort of works for most of them? But you do need to do a little bit of tweaking. So here we are on mugs. I want to just click on this one. And this, at the moment, isn't using all of our image. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on replace image and then go into your files and choose that horizontal image. So now when we look at it, you can see it's covering the whole area and you can see the different areas down here. Click apply changes and scroll down to the bottom. I'm just going to click design and illustration. I'm just going to click no there. Then I click this to say it is my own work and then save. Now with Redbubble, there is an option where you can opt to keep it private, so it is just available for you to see, or you can set it as public, so you can just easily go into redbubble.com and buy it, and then delete it afterwards, because it's your vision, not anyone else's. So there you can see it on lots and lots of products, and some of them just look ridiculous, obviously, but some of them would be brilliant, a brilliant way for you to reinforce your vision. Stickers could get huge stickers. They come in all different sizes. A comforter for your bed or a duvet cover. Yeah, that might be taking a bit extreme. But things like the tote bag and especially this mug. So how perfect is that? Now, I fully appreciate that I completely whizzed through that, but look at the lovely things. Oh my goodness. Something to let you know, with new Redbubble accounts, they do take a week to look over your first designs and make sure that you're not breaching any copyright or trademark rules. And yes, they do check. This was very much a whistle-stop tour through what's possible, and I haven't been able to show you the full step-by-step of how to do it. But I do have a thorough video training course which takes you through the whole process, including how to design specifically for print on demand, all about trademarks and copyright, and even how to create stunning mock-ups like these so you can promote your own fabulous merchandise. Because remember, not only can you use print on demand to create your own vision board mug, cushion, phone case, mouse mat, shower curtain, leggings, etc., etc., but you can also use it to sell your own designs on all these products. Things like this and this worldwide. And now you can see why I'm so addicted to print on demand.